Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started with my lesson, I would like to give all honor and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of great wisdom, rule well and teach well. Peace and love to the hopeful elect out there in the one-third remnant, which consists of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are Jacob's 12 sons and so forth. I'm the Akiyah Matazah, flowing in the spirit before plantation. All right, another day to prophesy against the downfall of Babylon the Great and bringing up the real rootiness, which is Jacob, Yaquab, okay, which goes back to Abraham and Isaac and Abraham and Isaac. All right, okay. Like I say, another day closer to our power and judgment going forth. And I was looking at this rapper I used to listen to, and man, he gone. Young Scooter, like I said, rapper Young Scooter dead on 39th birthday in freak accident while fleeing Atlanta police. You know, it hit me. Like, hey, the Lord took out all the idols, that Young Dolph, Young Scooter, all these rappers that we just look up into this world, the only thing they do is talk about getting money, robbing, stealing, killing, committing adultery, just death flowing around them. And, that's why, hey, so grateful for this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, because I understand why why judgment had to come down upon this man, because let me go to it. So like I'm supposed to have this already pulled up. Okay. But this is Proverbs 18 and 21. It says, I'm gonna start at 20. A man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth, and with the increase of his lips shall he be filled. In NLT it said, wise words satisfy like a good bill. The white words bring satisfaction. Okay, verse 21, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So, hey, like I say, though, the tongue can bring death or life. Those who love to talk will reap the consequences. And like, what do these rappers do? They love to talk. They love to, you know, they love to keep our people, on the low vibration because they don't know the scriptures. Okay, that's why I say only thing they talk about is, uh, guns, money. Like I said earlier, just the stuff in the world, you know, and they only brag about how much money they got or they bought this cash. When all this, it's gone. Like it's gone bye bye now. See what it say? It said, according to Atlanta police, young Scooter tragically passed away on his birthday from a leg injury. We know this, this Esau in his media, but it says sustained while attempting to flee from the police by hopping a fence. He was not shot. Our heartfelt condolences go out to his family, friends, and fans during this difficult time. But yeah, here go the footage of the scene right here. So if I can get it up on my Bluetooth. Oh, I say this life, you know, that life, this lifestyle that he chose killed him. You know why? Because he didn't he didn't have the fear of the Lord. Okay, and I looked up this death and life verse on Google and said, here's a breakdown of the verse. It says, death and life are in the power of the tongue that highlights the significant impact words can have, emphasizing that our speech can lead to both destruction and creation, life or death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. That this suggests that the consequences of our words, whether positive or negative, will be experienced by those who value and use their tongue in a particular way. So that just shows you right there, like, hey, this book is what's true, not what niggas say. You know, okay. And like I say, just a little quick one too. I just woke up and seen it and I was like, hey, why not, put it on wax? Okay, because hey, when you here we go right here. This is Deuteronomy. When you don't know the power, you serve other gods. Okay? And the Lord said, do not put no other gods. Just like the Lord said, do not put no other gods before me. And he meant that. You know? That nigga know he too old to be trying to jump fences and doing all this shit. Like, constantly still staying in that same mindset, ain't trying to grow spiritually. That money done corrupted the people, man. And this is Deuteronomy 8 and 19. It said, and it shall be, if thou do at all forget the Lord, Yahweh thy power, and walk after other gods, and serve them and worship them, I testify against you this day that ye shall surely perish. And that's what happened. Brother didn't know the power. If he did, he would have been proclaiming. He would have been proclaiming. But that's why I say the Lord said, you can't serve. You can't serve two masters. Matthew 6 and 24. It says, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. And that word mammon feel like you're going into money. Okay? You can't say that you know God, say God is good. Oh yeah, he always do this for me, da da da, and you trapping, you selling bricks, you doing this, you doing rob and scam, whatever. Like, it don't work like that. And that's all what bro was talking about in his songs. I was listening to him, heavy out there when I was in the world, and I ain't gonna lie, I felt like he was helping me. Yeah, he was helping me to get more ass whoopings, about Yahweh Shema Shai. That's what he was doing. Because shit, I ain't prosper listening to him. They got a little small, that little street sense. It's small, but according to Yahweh Shema Shai, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, nothing. Okay, like, and that's why I say, hey, forever grateful. Okay, of this calling and doing the best that I can to make sure that that I'm enduring to the end. Okay, because that's what it's about daily. You gotta have Yahweh Shema Shai on your mental daily. Okay, that's what it's saying. What's that? Psalms. This right here, Psalms 119:15. Okay, I'm gonna go right here. I'm started right here. Psalms 119:9. It says, Beth, what a while shall a young man clean his way by taking heed thereto according to thy word. With my whole heart, mind, heart goes into lob is the Hebrew word for uh lob is the Hebrew word for mind. Okay. It says, with my whole heart have I sought thee. Oh let me not wander from thy commandments. Thy word have I hid in my heart that I might not sin against thee. Blessed art thou, O Yahweh, teach me thy statutes. With my lips have I declared all the judgments of thy mouth. I have rejoiced in the way of thy testimonies, as much as in all riches. I will meditate in thy precepts and have respect unto thy ways. I will delight myself in thy statutes. I will not forget thy word. Okay? This is this is the true song right here that we should be singing daily. Meditating on this true song daily. You know, ain't no wrong with listening to your music in the world. You know, long as you don't let it get to you, because it got demonic shit up in these songs that these new people be making, and you gotta watch. And that's why it's so important to know your power. Okay, because these other demons be coming through these songs, and you be saying shit, and you don't even know. That's why hey, the apostles, they heavy on looking up words, looking up things, researching things. That's why, hey, can't nobody cut them, because they searching. The Lord has given them the ability to search this word up and down and left and right, the whole circle. Okay, but like I said, it was just a quick lesson. Going back to that brother. He gone back to the spirit world now. So hey, like I say, hey, death and life, and go in and off on that one. The Proverbs. So I can Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So that's what happened with bro. Bro was promoting negativity. He wasn't promoting righteousness. He wasn't promoting, he wasn't promoting the kingdom to come to earth. So hey, it's what the Lord did. I want to end it off with this. It's the spirit. This in Proverbs too. Proverbs 1:26. This is what the Lord just did. But it said, Proverbs 1:24, because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have said, and not in my counsel. Like bruh probably walked past by the prophets. Lord seen it. He probably said, fuck them. I'm getting money. How Jake is. But ye have not set it, you have set it not in my counsel, and would not and none in my reproof. I also would laugh at your calamity. I would mock when your fear cometh. Hey, what he was doing? 8:1:18. Called out like, how about my shot? What that brother was doing? They said he was fleeing from the police and he cut himself. He cut himself in like an artery or something. He was bled out. Okay. So, hey, that's the Lord. The Lord allowed that man to get cut. Like the Lord could have gave him a little more strength and he would have jumped that fence. But guess what? The Lord didn't. The Lord got him. So now he's suffering. Now he has suffered. He had to suffer that. Now he's not suffering no more. Now all the shit that nigga done did probably, killing and robbing, all that shit just caught up with him. And he had to suffer. He had to, he couldn't get away from the police this time. Because what the Lord said, because I called and you refused, I stretched out my hand, no man regarded. Okay, that's why the Lord said the Lord was laughing at Scooter. You know what I'm saying, when he was trying to get away from the police. So like I say, the Lord said right here in verse 27, it says, when your fear cometh as desolation and your destruction coming as a whirlwind, that's what bro was feeling. When distress and anguish come upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Okay? For they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. And that's the point. That's why I say, hey, the angels out here notating the good and the evil. So, hey, there was the Lord giving, the angels charge over that situation. Nah, don't help him out. He's over with. Bring him back to the spirit where he ain't doing shit. And like I say, regardless of the money and shit, like this shit wasn't in true riches. Those wasn't true riches according to Yahweh Shem Shai. The true riches is this right here. You can't get that from Esau. Esau can't give you true riches. Esau give you fake riches. And that's why I have a lot of people throw it off, thinking they got something, but they ain't. Okay? But that was the point though, like I say, hey, another one gone. Another one, what they say, another one bite this dust. Hey, it's over with. Till the next time, hey, Yahweh Ratazah, I would like to give all honor and all glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule well and teach well, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Till the next time, Yahweh Ratazah, hey, Shalom.